Hello everyone, and welcome back to the PokeETF channel, where we combine Pokemon and data analytics together to keep track of our precious collection. And in today's video, we will be going through the ultimate release guide of Shrouded Fable, because Shrouded Fable is the latest recent release set that was released on August 2nd, 2024, so pretty much 5 days or 4 days ago. And so we will be going through everything about the set: pull rates, rarity breakdown, generation breakdown, top 20 expensive cards, last 4 or 5 days price swings, or whether this is a crash to come, and my thoughts and prediction of this set. And so if you like this content, please hit that like button, because it goes a long way in supporting the channel, and subscribe to the channel so that you're always up to date on the most latest video, and comment below on whether you're buying into Shrouded Fable or whether you're skipping the set, and whether you would like to see more of the ultimate release guide of future sets on this channel. And so this begins. So this set features 5 full art trainers for those who are collecting full art trainers. These are the illustration rares examples that are people collecting. I know people are collecting the Horsey, the Houndoom, the Beware, Munkidori, and others as well in the SIR, but from what I can tell, a lot of people are disappointed in the SIRs. And then the Gen 1 Pokemon, again, if you've been living under a bubble, people are collecting Gen 1 IRs like the Magikarp or the Eevee, and so there's Horsey and Persian in this set, and so we will see whether there's going to be a price manipulation for these two cards. And so first section is the pull race. Again, these are the double rares. You can see for every set in the Scarlet and Violet era, the double rare pull rate is pretty much the same. This is from various sources, TCG Player and other articles and content, and I've aggregated all, averaged it out all, and so you can see it's pretty much 1 in 7 packs or 1 in 6 packs, and so not much of a change. Then A-Spec rare, which started in Temporal Forces. In Temporal Forces you get 1 A-Spec rare, 1 per 20 packs, but in Shrouded Fable it's a little more common. It's 1 in 17, so a 6% chance. Then ultra rare, you can see it's pretty much 15s and 14. I average it out, it comes down to 1 in 14 packs, but it's not that far from the 1 to 15, and so I would say it's pretty much 1 to 15 for ultra rare across all Scarlet and Violet sets. Then illustration rare, pretty much the same. Again, the same, 1 in 13. You get 1 illustration rare per 12 packs in Shrouded Fable. It's pretty much even across the board, but then this is where it gets much different. The SIR, the special illustration rare, you can see the start of the Scarlet and Violet era, the base set, it was 1 in 32 packs, so pretty much you get 1 SIR per booster box, and then the Pokemon company pretty much upped it up, made it more rare to hit a special illustration rare starting around Paradox Rift. You see Paradox Rift was 1 in 47, so 1.5 booster box, and then Temporal Forces is pretty much like 2.5 booster box, and it was pretty much the same in Twilight Masquerade, but you can see in Shrouded Fable is 1 in 67, and so the 1.5% chance to pull a special illustration rare. Then hyper rare, again, the Scarlet base set was pretty much easy to pull in hyper rare, but then you can see the Pokemon company really made it harder starting Temporal Forces. Temporal Forces was 1 hyper rare per 139 packs. Then Twilight Masquerade, 1 hyper rare per 146 packs. Then Shrouded Fable, very similar, 1 hyper rare out of 144 Shrouded Fable packs. And so Pokemon company definitely increased the pull rate difficulty of the SIRs and the hyper rares. Then Rarity Breakdown, you can see for common, again, you can see the theme is Shrouded Fable is a very small set. You can see only 28 common, the lowest number of commons out of all of the Scarlet and Violet sets. Then the uncommon, again, the lowest number of uncommons out of all the Scarlet Violet sets. Shrouded Fable only had 20 uncommons. Compared to the last special set, which is the Paldean Faith, there's only 25 uncommon, but for Shrouded Fable, there are 20 uncommon. Then for rares, there are 7 rares in the Shrouded Fable, the lowest number out of all of the Scarlet and Violet set. Then the double rare, again, the lowest number of double rares out of all of the Scarlet Violet sets. Then A-Spec, again, only 3 A-Spec cards in the Shrouded Fate set, the lowest number out of the last 3 sets. And then the ultra rare, there are 10 ultra rares in the Shrouded Fate set, even though there are 5 ultra rare in the Paldean Fate. Just a little tidbit, it's because there are shiny ultra rare in that set, so it makes up for that 5. And so again, Shrouded Fable still have a low number of commons, uncommons, rares, and ultra rares and double rares. And the IRs, again, there are 15 illustration rares in Shrouded Fable, which is a little more than the Obsidian Flame. The Obsidian Flame have 12 illustration rares, and this is why, I mean, if you see it, I mean, this is why it's not a coincidence that people will say Obsidian Flame is the most weakest set, and then people are now saying Shrouded Fable is also the worst, if not the worst set. And so maybe it's because of the rarity. There's not much value in the set. Again, people hate to talk about value, but we spend money to buy the card, and we hope that it retain value, not only entertainment, not only pleasure, but also monetary value, right? And then the SIR, there are 5 SIRs in the Shrouded Fable set compared to the 6 Obsidian Flame. There's 7 in Scarlet and Violet, 151. Again, the lowest number of SIR out of all of the Scarlet and Violet set. In the hyper rare, there are 5 hyper rares in this set, which is more than the Obsidian Flame at 3 and Scarlet and Violet 151 at 3. So there are 5 hyper rares in the Shrouded Fable. Then overall, you can see 99 cards total in the Shrouded Fable set. It's definitely a mini special set compared to all other sets. Again, that is why not a lot of people are excited for this set. The only pretty much chase card is the Cassiopeia, the Horsey, maybe the Beware, or the Persian, or others, but there's not that many hits, and so that's why a lot of people are already saying that Shrouded Fable is going to be a dud set. And now moving into the generation breakdown of Shrouded Fable. To start with the Scarlet and Violet base set, of course, you would expect Gen 9 would be the most representative generation for that set at 41%. You can see that the blue, which is a Gen 1, representing at 11%, but most of it is Gen 9. Then Paldea Evolve, again, the most representative generation from that set is Gen 9 by 40%. Then next is Obsidian Flame. You can see it's pretty much even across the board. A Gen 9 is now 18% for Obsidian Flame. Gen 1 represent 14%. And then for this set, there's a lot of Gen 5. You can see it for green is 19%. Then next set is the Scarlet 151. Of course, 100% is the Gen 1 because it's pretty much the Kanto special set. Then Paradox Rift, again, you can see 31% is Gen 9. Not that many Gen 1. Again, Gen 5 at 19%. Then Paldean Fates is the next special set. You can see Gen 9 is around 39% representative in Paldean Fates, but you can see that Gen 1 there's 22% representative in Paldean Fates. Then next set is the Temporal Forces. There are 21% Gen 9 Pokemon represented in this set. Then the Twilight Masquerade, again 20% Gen 9 represented in this set, and then you can see that the Gen 1 at 18%. Then Shrouded Fable, you can see there are 15% Gen 9 Pokemon in this set, and then you can see Kanto Gen 1 at 17%, and then Gen 5 17%. And so again, this set featured more Gen 1 Pokemon than Gen 9. Then looking at the top 20 most expensive cards, let's start with the whole entire Scarlet and Violet era. Blue is your Scarlet and Violet base set, orange is your Paldea Evolve, red is your Obsidian Flame, yellow is your Scarlet and Violet 151, teal is your Paradox Rift, pink is your Paldean Fates, and then green is your Twilight Masquerade, purple is your Shrouded Fable. So look at the purple. You can see that the Cassiopeia is representing the top 2 most expensive card out of all of the Scarlet and Violet era. And then you can see the next purple, which is the Pheasantipede EX number 92, sitting at $83. That is pretty much sitting at around top 11. Top 11 ranking out of all of the Scarlet and Violet era. Then moving into the rarity breakdown within the Shrouded Fable, top 20 most expensive cards, you can see it's pretty much dominated by the 5 special illustration rare, other than the Persian, which is the IR. Again, this is very similar to the Magikarp or the Eevee or any other Kanto Gen 1 IR card. And so we will see whether Persian or Horsey will go crazy just like the other Gen 1 IR cards. Then the generation breakdown, again, a lot of it is brown, Gen 9, right? Gen 9, you can see Gen 9, there are pretty much 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Gen 9 cards out of the top 20 expensive card from the Shrouded Fable, so 45%. And then there are some red, Gen 3, there's 1 green, Gen 5, there are 2 Gen 1, of course, it's a Persian and the Horsey. Then looking at the percent change, everything is red except for that Horsey, again, an IR. And so we will see whether that Horsey will go crazy like the other Gen 1 IRs. Then next is the last 5-day price difference. Again, we expect things to crash, and so you can see the overall market price for the Shrouded Fable. It used to start at release date, it started around $800, and so now it's under $700. Most of the value, of course, is in the IR, special illustration rare, and the hyper rare. Then, of course, as I said, grand total, it would cost you around $800 to get the whole entire Shrouded Fable Master Set, and it went down $125, representing a 15% decrease. Then the common, again, this is including reverse and non-reverse, it would cost you around $14, $13 at release, went down around $4, representing a 29% decrease. Then the uncommon, 26% decrease. Then the rare, 33% decrease. Then the double rare, there are 6 double rare, it would cost you around $19 to collect all of them. It went down around $1.50-ish, representing an 8.5% decrease. Then the A-Spec rare, there are 3 A-Spec rare in this set, it would cost you around $5-6 to get all of them. Not much change, a 0.2% decrease. And then the ultra rare, there are 10 ultra rares, will cost you around $102, went down $42 to around $60, representing a 41% decrease. Then illustration rare, there are 15 illustration rare in this set, will cost you around $224 at release, went down $30 to around $194, representing a 13.2% decrease. Then the special illustration rare, there are 5 special illustration rare, would cost you around a total of $364, went down around $39 to around $324, representing an 11% decrease. Then the hyper rare, there are 5 hyper rares, would cost you around $69, went down only $4, representing a 5.7% decrease. And so you can see a little trend. The harder the pull rate, the less decrease. But again, the next 6 months, I feel all these cards will continue to go down, and so it's starting to crash. And so my thoughts, again, the Shrouded Fable is such a small set, not much chase card, only that Cassiopeia, not a lot of full art trainers, not a lot of cards to chase around. Even the SIRs doesn't really spell SIR to me, right? The other sets are much better than this set, and so I know a lot of people are just skipping this set. I mean, they're pretty much buying the Greninja EX special collection box and the Kindra EX special collection box, and that's it. They're pretty much done. And so again, I think the Pokemon Company pretty much messed up, and so I'll probably skip this and just buy the singles. And so there you have it, the ultimate release guide of Shrouded Fable, talking about the pool race, the rarity breakdown, the generation breakdown, top 10, 20 most expensive cards from the set, and many more. And so if you like this content, please hit that like button because it goes a long way in supporting the channel, and subscribe to the channel so that you're always up to date on the most latest video, and comment below on whether you agree with me, whether you're buying into Shrouded Fable or skipping it, just buying the singles, and whether you would like to see more content like these, the ultimate release guide videos for future Pokemon release set. And so again, thank you for all your support, and go forth and collect them all.